Yo, welcome to the show. Welcome to another episode of the Charlie Newhart Show. Like and subscribe if you like real content. If not, just get off. I don't care. I ain't doing it for likes and subscribers and views. I don't need you, okay? But if you want to tune in for real content, spread the word. If not, whatever. What's going on? I'm here with a very esteemed guest, Shea Butters.
Yes.
So I want to get your opinion on a few things. Let's jump right into it, the conversation we was having at the table earlier. Things that a heterosexual man should not adorn on his body. Things he should not have if he's trying to attract a certain caliber, a higher caliber woman. What are some of the things he shouldn't have?
A tongue piercing.
Man should not have a tongue piercing. What about a dude that's got like two hoops on each side?
No
each ear?
hoops.
No hoops?
No hoops. Only stud earrings.
Only studs.
And no two earrings on one ear.
So 2 earrings on one ear is a red flag? Does that indicate that he's into other type of activities?
No, it just indicates he's too much.
Too much?
Just one is simple.
What about if a dude has a hoop in each nostril?
No.
What's wrong with that?
1 is good. 2, no, just 1.
Did Tupac have hoops in his
He
nostrils?
had a stud, and he had 1 piercing.
He had 1 stud.
He had 1
What about
stud.
a dude who has like his tongue pierced and eyebrow?
That's not going to get the higher caliber women. If
Could
you
that
want the
get him a
girls-
higher caliber man? Noticed you had your eyebrows pierced.
I mean, you see the guys who got their tongue split, and they got women, but they're not.
Wait, what? Tongue split?
You know how they can split the tongue?
I ain't never
and they
seen
can
that.
move each side of the tongue one way?
Oh, that's for them to work the monkey? Have you ever had a dude with a split tongue?
No.
Bite out? You like, no, but...
It's on my to-do list.
On the to-do list, like, do you have a snake tongue? No. Next. Okay, what else? What else is a no-no? How about a man who wears skinny jeans?
They can't be too tight. Skinny jeans are cool. Or like straight leg jeans. I don't know if there's a difference. But no tight jeans.
Like
guys.
ball crunchers.
Yes.
You know, that's not...
They can't be too tight. They can't look like leggings.
What about a dude that's wearing gray sweats? And you can pipe swing.
I mean, I'm a look.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like females look at a dude when he wearing gray sweats like, oh, dog ain't got no drawers on. Oh, man.
But I don't want to see my men in gray sweats anymore. They have to be burned. You're not allowed to wear them afterwards.
Burn them gray sweats, Greg. Okay, so anything else on a man you shouldn't? How about a tongue ring?
No tongue ring and no tattoos around the belly button. I've seen guys who have like sun tattoos around the belly button. I think that's a no-no.
Yeah, that's kind of sus.
Yes.
A sun around the belly button? I would never.
Yeah.
I can't even. What about it? What if he got his? What if he got 1 nipple pierced?
No, I don't want to see a man with nipple piercings.
Just
I think
one.
that's weird. 1 means you weren't man enough to get the second one done. Because it hurts so bad.
I would never, just for the record. I would never, because it hurts so bad. You just wussed out on another. What if a dude just had an earring hoop with a chain connected to his nipple ring, and then that chain connected to a belly ring, and he was like, "I'm straight. No, I like women."
No. You're gonna get the bottom of the barrel women with that. Not...
Scraping the bottom with a when you got a connector, boom, boom. No. Yeah, none of that.
Too much.
So no hoops. Okay, so guys, listen. Cut it out with the triple hoop earrings. Okay, the 2 nostril hoops, eyebrow. What if dog ain't got no other piercings but just 1 eyebrow piercing on the one side?
That's 290s.
290s?
It's 290s.
If I ever got into a fight with any of y'all, you had one hoop over your over your eyelid, I'm snatching it out right off rip. Just and while you complaining about the pain, I'm gonna be filling you up with rights and lefts. Nick shouldn't have no hoop earring in your eyebrow anyhow. Weird.
Oh, yeah, that's
Super
too
red
much.
flag. Super red flag. Okay, so you grew up. Where did you grow up?
In San Bernardino.
San Bernardino, San Bernie.
Yes.
We took a beautiful ride through San Bernie the other day, and it was an incredible visual when I saw the people. This is an issue. Me and you had this conversation before. San Bernardino when you was growing up compared to what it is now, what's the difference?
Back in the day, or when I was younger, you could run around the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents let you play in the neighborhoods. You can walk anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You could go trick or treating. You didn't have to worry about anything. Now there's homeless people.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You can't trust your kids to just play out in the streets.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
It's gone downhill. Way downhill.
Yeah, remember when you called me, you was at the gas station and the dude had the grill cleaner?
I was scared to get out of my car because he had what looked like a grill cleaner, but it was sharp. And he had it in his hand and he was standing there. And so I had shut my door and I was like peeking out, like, when can I get out of my car to undo my gas? But homeless people are always up there asking for money. So that's why I sit in my car. But once they hear the door open, they run over. Oh, you have any change? Oh, do you have any? And it's too much.
Yeah,
but
that's wild.
it's cheap gas.
It's cheap. Man, I was telling you, man, you got to stop with the cheap gas and go somewhere where you spend a little bit more money when you don't have to deal with that environment. You're a beautiful woman. Them homeless dudes is like, hey, why does a dude have a grill cleaner in his hand at the gas station?
Know.
Invite me to your house and clean your grill. $4. Bring me to the crib.
I don't know.
You tripping.
For $5 a gallon, I'm willing to be put in that situation versus $5.40 a gallon because that adds up.
That's what I'm saying. That's Southern California for you. $5, $5.40 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
So San Bernardino. This is my issue with now. Every area has its ups and downs, right? We've both been both places, Michigan, California. You spent some time in both locations. My concern is, like, I love the weather in California.
Yes.
The weather is top notch. January, 60, 70 degrees, right? No rain. I love that. I love the opportunities in California. You could meet somebody and they could put you on a TV show like that. You know what I'm saying? The money you can make is. I love one of the issues I do have is vagrancy. Now, vagrancy anywhere else in the country, 20 homeless dudes standing outside attacking people at your business, they arresting them, right? In California, it's just like, I feel like California wants to be like the cool mom of the country. Hey, guys, just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's like these businesses are shutting down because they're not, you can't be outside in a tent doodling on the sidewalk in broad daylight.
But you can
Anywhere else. But in California, if you are, okay, so let me look at you. If you're the type of person who wants to live in a tent and doodle on the sidewalk in broad daylight and not get arrested, move to California.
I've seen people take dumps on the curb in front of in the corner in the gas station.
So let's run that back a little bit. So you're saying you kind of got a thing for watching people boo-boo in public. Because you see, and I watched it come out and curl and hit the concrete.
I'm at a stoplight and I look over and there's, they have their pants down, taking a dump on the curb.
Shout out to that guy.
You're at the gas station. You look over in the corner and there's a guy taking a dump and he thinks he don't care if he's hitting or not. He don't care.
That's what I'm saying about Cali.
So,
like I was volunteering in LA for this church. It was I don't even want to say the name of the church, but I was volunteering in LA and they had this homeless thing they was doing every Sunday, right? So I went like 3 or 4 times and it was cool. I was like, oh, this is a great vibe. This community. We giving back. This is dope. And I was like, I'm going to go 3 times and then I'm going to bring the kids, right? I was going to bring Andrew and Alyssa. The third time I went, while I'm helping these people, homeless people, and I'm giving away clothes and all that, I look across the street. It's a dude completely nude. Like all his gear is gone. And he squats down and just puts a curly one down on the sidewalk in front of. No toilet paper, nothing. He just got up and just walked away. I was like, I can't bring the babies down here. First of all, my man's completely nude. No. Let me take that back. Dog had like a little Speedo thong type deal on. Some little black, little Speedo. It was a T-back. It was a little T-back, thong. Dog, my man came by, or either it was some Speedos and he had the back up in his crack.
It was a size small.
My man pulled them boys down, squatted down, pushed one out, pulled the drawers back up, and then walked off. I was like, I can't bring the babies down here. This will traumatize them.
Did they see it?
No, I didn't take them because I said I want to go 3 times before I take the kids down there. So it was the third time. Let's give this man a name, Cliff. It was the third time when I saw Cliff across the street with the Speedo on, just decide, and I'm talking about 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday.
It's sad. It's sad that that's what you have to see. That's what
when do you think California took the turn? When you just saw it, like, wait a minute, this is.
I mean, definitely. Let me see. Definitely 4 years ago, because that's when I got sick of it and moved out of state. I said I can't do this anymore.
Okay. So that was like 2020 during the pandemic?
Yes. But even before then, I'm going to say at least a few years prior, I was sick of seeing it. But I had no choice. I was like, let me stay here in California. I'm just going to deal with it. So, I mean, I'm going to say the past 10 years, you can definitely see the shift. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Businesses being closed. And now it's even worse. It's even worse now. There's so many places that are just closed down due to the homeless people hanging out in the front. Plus, they're just raising the prices with rent, and it's a lot. It's hard to live in California.
So let me ask you a question. If they said, listen, Shay, we'll give you $500,000, and you go talk to the president, Congress, and everybody at the powers that be who can make those decisions, and you give them 3 suggestions on what it's going to take to cure the homeless problem in California. $500,000.
I would say you could start arresting them. Because you can offer them. They're offered apartments, but some of them don't want them. And I know that personally. Someone told me they didn't want the apartment. They'd rather live out on the street.
Right.
Because you have to be clean.
Yeah.
You have to be clean in order to keep getting the free housing.
Ooh.
I would say arrest them. I feel like that's it. Just arrest them. Put them in jails. Mm-hmm. Make jails just for the homeless.
Ooh.
Or make a community only for the homeless. Okay. Which I think they already have. And they're like old hotels that they turn into like the apartments for homeless people. But they give them free food stamps. They give them everything. So it's like you get everything. The only thing is you don't have a house, but you get money from the state for being homeless.
Man.
So
you see, I just read this thing which I didn't know. There's been a Supreme Court ruling. There's a Supreme Court case on homelessness. It hasn't been a ruling yet. Mm-hmm. But it's called the Grants Pass versus Johnson. It could set a precedent on how cities are or are not allowed to restrict camping in public.
Oh.
So basically what they're about to do. Did you hear about this?
No, but that's the encampments.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Off the chain. We need to go over there and party one day and see. That'd probably be a dope party. Party at the tent encampments with the homeless. Like, yeah, they were like, whoa, we got some we got some Molly and some fentanyl. Like, oh, wait,
but are
no,
you
I don't
able
want
to breathe. No, like
musty activity.
Have you been close to a homeless person?
Oh yeah,
To smell them?
So there's a in Gardena there's a DMV that we take the trucks to for the people that are testing to get their CDL license through Source Trucking, right? So I was going there, dropping off the trucks, and waiting on the people to take their tests because I was working at Source Trucking at the time. Man, I'm passing through Gardena, and this whole strip is just all encampments. It's like campers, tents for like miles.
Wow.
The people outside. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was always on the weekends, like Friday and Saturday, going to Gardena on both sides of the street. It's just camp. And I'm like, did they allow this? It's a mess. One of them boys caught on fire. One of the campers was just outside, just completely, like it was still smoke coming from that boy. It looked like the fire department had just let the fire out the night before. And I'm like, I can't believe that they allow this, man. But according to this rule, it says, so this is in Congress right now. They're trying to pass a law. It says if it passes, they would criminalize people sleeping in public places, in all places, regardless of whether you have shelter available. It's conceivable that some jurisdictions would say, great, that's what you're going to do. We're going to make it a crime to sleep anywhere. So they basically, Supreme Court's making it a crime. So somebody has apparently went above the California government and went to the Supreme Court. Like, because I know people who got houses in Venice Beach, and they're like, my house is worth $2, $3, $4 million, but I can't even sell it because in front is just all of these encampments where you can't even, you pull in and it's like 20 people outside doodling on the sidewalk.
Yes. I mean, they say that's bad in San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco, wow.
Yeah. How there's just doo-doo everywhere on the street.
Shout out to doo-doo on the street. Can you tell the difference between human dookie and like dog dookie? Like first glance. I mean, I ain't saying you take a pen and you like scrape it. Yeah, that's definitely a human.
I would think.
Like that's
Maybe dog dookie's smaller.
Yep, smaller, a little curlier.
And humans could just be bigger.
Just a log. Shout out to humans who boo-boo. I was going to Lifetime Fitness in Canton. And I just got done working out, wanted to shower. And I walk in the shower, I peel back the curtain. It was just a human log in the corner. Somebody took the time to squat down and put one out in the corner. And then, and I didn't see it at first because I pulled the shower open and I cut the water on. And I got the water and I'm watching the water roll down and it's hitting this doo-doo. I'm like, somebody boo-booed in the shower. Shout out to you. Like, you didn't have time to get to the toilet?
That's gross.
You ever had one of them where you boo-boo? Andrew called me the other day. I love Drew. I don't know if I told you this. Shout out to Andrew. Because the water main broke right here. You know, the little yellow area, little yellow roped area out here. I don't know if I showed it to you. But the water main broke over here the other day. And the water was out all day. And so the toilets wasn't flushing. The water wasn't coming out of the sink. So when the kids got out of school, I was at work. So I wrote a note like, hey, the water is going to be out because there's a water main break, blah, blah, blah. So while I was at work, I called Andrew. I was like, hey, man, how's it going? How you doing today? Is the water back on? He was like, no. He said, Dad, I got to tell you something. He said, I really had to boo-boo real bad. He said, so I found a bush near the house, and I took some napkins with me. And did nobody see me, Dad? You don't have to worry about it, but I kind of like went behind the bush and boo-booed a little bit and wiped and left the napkins. I said, my mans, way to go. How'd it feel? He was like, huh? how did it feel to boo-boo in public like that? He was like, I just didn't want to, the water it's not working. Nothing flushes. So I just thought I said, thank you for forward thinking, my man. You knew the water wasn't working. So you went and got behind the bush and made it happen. But when I'm running it back, I'm feeling like during the wipe process, he probably got a little bit on his finger. Next time I talk to him, I got to ask him, like, did you?
Let me see your
Let me see them fingernails. Like, is that peanut butter?
Wouldn't it just be easier to get, like, a grocery bag and poop in there?
Man, have you done that before? I'm going to need to be honest here.
I just thought that'd be easier.
I think
to go outside.
I don't know. I feel like you've done that before. That's why that was your go-to. So tell us about that. When you had a time when you was just like, I can't find no toilet. But this Walmart bag here.
I don't like using the public bathrooms, but I have twice because I needed to go.
Public bathroom?
Yes.
You saying it like it's so bad.
I don't want to take a dump in the public bathroom.
I've taken a dump outside before. I was reading meters for Detroit Edison. Back in the day, I was hopping fences, doing my thing. I just ate a pizza. Man, I hopped about the 4th or 5th fence to read the meter. Stomach started going crazy. And I was like, there was no bathrooms around, nothing. I went to the glove box and grabbed the little Caesar's napkins and was in these people's backyard. Same situation. They had a nice little bush. I went back there and squatted down and put in some quality work. Wiped out, left the napkins there, kept going about my day. So if you have discovered human Buki, similar to Shay in L.A. when she saw human Buki on the sidewalk, if you noticed it in your bushes at the crib,
it was him.
It was me.
Ew.
It was low, and it was cold outside, too. It was steam coming off the boo-boo. I was back there making noise and everything. Oh, God. Oh, and I got right back to work. Okay, so no noise piercings.
No.
Wait a minute. City of L.A. removes 50-plus homeless RVs. Are they cracking down on them?
But just because you remove the RVs doesn't mean, that means they're on the street.
Now locals face huge parking fees. Wow. Oh, they want me to log in. Shout out to the Los Angeles Daily News. I can't just read the article.
I feel like you'll never be able to fix the homelessness because some people just choose it. They don't want help.
Man, Kanye said something very similar. He said, you'll never be able to fix the homeless problem. What do you do about the people who want to be homeless, who have mental issues? So you gave a great answer about trying to solve the problem. Here's how I feel. I feel like a certain amount of aid should be available for the homeless, but you should be able to, you should go to get a drug test, therapy, and take the medication that they prescribe to you based on whatever your chemical imbalance is. So let's just say you bipolar, and they prescribe whatever medication needed for you bipolar, and then they should be able to check you like once a month to see if you got that medication in your system. And if you got the medication in your system, you're doing all the right steps, now you get housing, you get the help you need. But if you ain't taking the medication, if you're not doing the suggested things that they tell you to do, you shouldn't get the aid. And there should be a community. Like, you can live in this community if you go get mental health testing, take the medication, apply for jobs, do the things to be a productive citizen, and then we give you help to aid you there. But it's just like this whole, let's just do whatever let them do whatever they want to do type. I don't like that, man. I don't think it's not helping them. Sometimes you help people by telling them no. Sometimes you help people by giving them boundaries.
It don't matter. California wants to be the cool mom. That's why it's overcrowded.
Facts. It's way overcrowded.
It's too overcrowded.
It's too much traffic. Okay. Too much traffic. It's too overcrowded. I don't want to drive nowhere. Are we going to go to the beach? I'll go to the beach. But other than that.
But they have beaches here.
I took her to Belle Isle, right? So we go to Belle Isle, And it's like, oh, is this a beach? I'm like, why you say it with a question mark attached to it? There was sand, but it was nobody in the water at Belle Isle. She's like, why is that? I'm like, look, there's nobody in the water because there's probably E. coli.
Ooh.
Like, there's no, you tripping on the beach. You ain't shit. We went to the beach. Where did we go yesterday? We went to Belle Isle. We went to Southwest Detroit. We went to Mexican Town. Exposed to the Mexican Town. I'm like, this is
went to the sushi place.
Went to the sushi place. I'm like, this is where my dad's car lot was. We was over here getting to the bag. Shout out to this car lot where they can't make the money that we used to make. Shout out to that location. It was empty. Flat out empty.
Jeff Productions.
So what did you think of the art show?
I hated it. You know I can't stand coming to these things, man. I want to support you and your friend. I'm trying to, but it was just weird. The vibe is weird. Everybody in there this art party that your friend is throwing is weird.
You never want to support me and my friends.
I'm trying. I'm really trying, but your friends is weird. Some of them missing their side teeth. There's a bunch of fat people in there, man. They should have a scale in the front. What's the weight capacity of this place? I'm tired of coming to these weird events that you want to throw. Your friends is throwing. But not only that, that sculpture in the middle of the party, I promise you that was a sculpture of my penis.
No, it was not.
How does this artist, Sandy, know what my penis looks like?
He wouldn't. He's been working on that piece for months now.
On that piece? You need to call him, because I promise you that was my penis.
Okay, let me call him.
Weird friends, man. That was my penis. This is Sandy Womack.
Hey, Sandy. Yeah. I loved the show, but my man said he didn't like it. He said that the sculpture that you had was his penis.
We'll let Charlie know that that's my penis. But from what you've told me, Charlie has a similar penis. You love us both, right? Let Charlie know we're penis twins, all right? Take care.
Okay, bye. So, the sculpture was his penis, and I guess you guys are penis twins.
See, that's why I'm messing with your friends. I'm gone. Every area has ups and downs, pluses and minuses. So the plus of Michigan is, rent's cheaper. Traffic's not as bad. But it's the other side of it. And plus, my family's here. That's great. But the other side of it is, it's like, there's a lot of blue collar classism mindset too. When I try to get people to create things here, it's a little bit harder than California. Also the racism, like Henry Ford was a big part of separating neighborhoods. He wanted the black people, like during the Great Migration, he wanted black people to work for him, but not live around him. So it's like certain neighborhoods was separated. It was like Hamtramck's for the Polacks, Inkster is for the black people, Dearborn's for the whites. So it's this huge. I was reading about Jackie Robinson when his family was telling him, like friends and family was like, you won't experience as much racism if you move to Pasadena, California, like the 50s, 40s and 50s. He moved to Pasadena, and he was just shocked about how he was treated. So one thing I can say about California is like, I haven't experienced a ton of the amount of racism I experienced living in the Midwest. Like this lady thinking like, come on, man, you got my phone number. You know what I mean? You got like all of this other stuff. Like, why are you assuming that I'm coming like over a bedroom set?
Because it's Facebook.
He's a big black guy. He's going to take advantage of me. Like,
yeah, people do the little simplest things, and that's how usually they get their, they do their dirt. I'm not trying to say.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, man.
But it was definitely because you're black. If you were a white guy, they wouldn't have said that.
And that's what I wanted to ask you. Being born and raised in Southern California, and you're of mixed race, do you think there's a difference on how does the world? Do you think there's a difference on how the world sees black men, or would you have assumed that if a black dude pulled up in a truck to buy something from you, like,
no.
Oh my God, he's gonna okay.
I wouldn't have thought, oh, this man's gonna come and unalive me. No. But I definitely see how there's a difference between how people look at black guys.
Yeah.
They're looked at as they're going to rob me. Let's lock our doors.
Ain't that crazy?
And when they're dark skinned, it's even worse. I mean, it's true.
Oh my God, it's a dark,
It's true.
Amistad slave looking dude. He's gonna take my money and unalive me and
It's true. It's sad,
and
but
take
it's
my
true.
donut. For real?
Yes. People look at dark skinned black guys a little, I think, worse than they do light skinned black guys.
Yeah.
But black guys in general, yeah, like they're just, you look at them, or not me, but people look at them.
No, you.
Not me.
I'm playing.
But people look at them like they're up to no good versus a white guy or an Asian guy.
No, it's weird. I've noticed this within my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 boys and 3 girls. And out of all my kids, it's like half of them is light, really, really light. Half of them is brown. And I watch how the world they treat them differently. My lighter kids is treated differently than my darker kids. Like my baby girl, Alyssa, was at a pep rally for her football cheer tournament in Eastville, right? And she's there, and every cheerleader had a chance to do a solo, do their own thing. And all the cheerleaders got a chance to do their solo. And they like skipped over my baby, like, okay, let's go to the next thing. And I looked at her, and it was like tears was welling up in her eyes, right? And she looked at me, and I went into the middle of the pep rally with all these parents and all these people and shut everything down. Hey, my baby didn't get a chance to do her solo.
That's sad.
Run it back and make sure, oh, we're sorry. Oh, she got a chance to do her solo, and she like ran into my arms and hugged me afterwards, like, thank you, Daddy. And I'm like, why y'all trying to? And my baby, she's beautiful, brown skin. And I notice how the world treats brown skin compared to lighter skin. It's why I noticed. I didn't notice it till I had kids, and I got kids that's both. And it's like, damn, I showed up to this lady. I'm light skinned with green eyes. She was still like, this big black man, he's gonna kidnap you, and he was gonna unalive. And I'm like, man, what? I'm light skinned. You're not supposed to accuse me of that. Accuse the dark dudes of that.
Oh.
Accuse them Amistad slave looking dudes of that. Me, I'm the house dude. I'm the house Negro. Like, for real?
It's because you're bigger. If you were smaller, if you were 5'7", had no muscles, there would have been no issue.
So, because I'm 6'3", 220, but if I was like 5'1",
you look like you're gonna rough somebody up.
that's the Hollywood problem too. Like, some of the roles I haven't gotten, it was like Charlie's just too big. If I was like a 5'3", dark skin, like, you know what, we feel comfortable with giving Charlie. He's not a threat. But my size, I feel. My dad used to tell me this all the time. He's like, sometimes your size can be a blessing or a curse. And I couldn't believe this lady accused me. But I also feel like, I don't know. I don't experience that type of. I don't experience that in California, personally. It may exist, but I don't experience it so blatantly than when I'm in the Midwest. When I'm in the Midwest, there's so much separatism. There's so much. I don't even know if separatism is a word, but there's so much like treating you differently because of the color of your skin. It's loud. It's super loud here. So keep this in mind. Whenever you move into a location, you think you're getting away from one thing to move to another. There's pluses and there's minuses in every area you live in. There's pros, there's cons. You have to move in. You know, everybody want to escape and move to California and every part of the world. But they don't realize, like, you being born and raised there, you understand, like, you watched it change. You know, the time I've spent in California, in the short period of time, in 2017 and beyond, I watched it change. The neighborhood I was living in, like, oh my God, man, in just 3-4 years, I watched it change dramatically. So you just got to move to an area that fits you.
Yeah.
It's completely different. So I want to get into the love and respect conversation we had earlier, right? So the Bible says in Ephesians that a woman's job is to respect her husband. A man's job is to love his wife. It separates the two, love and respect. I feel that there's a difference. Do you agree or disagree, and how do you feel?
I feel like they're not the same, but you have to do both. Like, when you love somebody, you will respect them because you love them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to, not like you don't want to make them angry, but it just comes along with it.
Yeah.
So, but there's a difference, just respect. If we're just talking about partners, yeah, you're going to listen to their wants and you're going to make sure that they're done because you respect them. But it's the same for love. If you love them, you're going to do not like what they say, but you're going to make sure that they're happy. So they're kind of the same.
Kind of. I don't know. I think they may be a little different because, like, so everybody has love languages. The 5 love languages is quality time, acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation,
Gifts.
receiving gifts. So everybody has either all or 1 or 2 that are dominant. Mine is physical touch, words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying? You can buy me everything. I don't care. But touch me, you know what I'm saying? Touch me a lot, even in sexual areas. Touch me a lot. And also, like, speak nice about me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has love languages, and I feel like in a great relationship, people will sow into each other's love languages. But there is a difference between love and respect. Like, a woman can tell me she loves me, which one of my love languages is words of affirmation. So you could tell me you love me all day. But if I don't feel respect, which is what a man craves, then I'm not going to feel love. I love you, Charlie. I love you. I love you. I love you. But when we get around people, you like, Charlie, you just farted the other day. Stinks so bad. He don't farting. And I hear you talking to other people about me. Like, why are you telling? I don't feel respect. Like, if I don't feel respect, even though you telling me you love me, but if I don't feel respect, then I'm not going to feel love. Because you can say you love me all day, but if I don't feel respect, and that's what a man craves is reverence and respect. Like, if a woman stood up in front of a crowd of people, like if you stood up in front of a crowd of people and you didn't think I was listening, listen, I love Charlie. That's my man. I love him. Man, this is what he does for me, blah, blah, blah. I love, and I'll be in the background like, that's real shit. Yeah, I like that. That's what gets a man going, like a woman who, but there's a lot of modern women, in my opinion, who don't respect a man or know what it takes to respect him because either they wasn't raised around a man or they was and they didn't respect him or they never saw their mom respect a man, in my opinion. You grew up with a mother and a father in your house.
Yes.
How did your mom treat your father?
She treated him great. She treated him great. She raised children. She also had a daycare at home, so she worked, but she was also at home to raise us.
Oh, she had a daycare at the crib?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
So she was home to raise us, but still made money from home.
Mm-hmm.
My dad went to work. She took care of the household. Like, I think a family should be. You know, she takes care of the home. She takes care of the kids. She still worked. My dad had a job. She cooked.
Yeah.
That's what I saw growing up. So I feel like that's how things should be.
Do you think because you saw that growing up, you kind of have an advantage over some of these modern women who like hating on dudes? How so?
So I see on the internet, you can't cook for a man until he's your husband. But you're not going to get a husband if you don't do those things beforehand. You got to show that you can take care of a house. Yeah. You can do that stuff so one day he will wife you up. Not only just cleaning houses and cooking, there's other things, but
right.
If you already saw it growing up, you already know what it is. Versus maybe watching your single mom struggle and do things, it's differently.
Man, that's what I'm saying. It's I get into these conversations with some people like a lot where, like, I feel like a person can have a relationship with God and can be redeemed no matter what background you come from, and eventually learn through like people sewing into you, older people. Like, that's why I don't discount having conversations with older people. Like, I was delivering to a store today, a Starbucks, off the truck. And this older dude came up to me. Can I give you some advice? And at first I wanted to be like, man, you don't get out my way. I'm trying to deliver. He was like, you know what you should do? Because I had the 2 stacks of milk, the 2 6-stacks. He said, you should put a clamp on top of one of them. Like, get one of those clamps where you just kind of squeeze it. That'll help you. And I was like, man, you're right, dude. Thank you. But in my heart, I'm wondering, like, man, get your own away from me, nigga. I'm trying. But he was right. And I feel like there's pieces that the older generation that may have seen more and done more can give us. So, and I'm not discounting anyone who was raised in a family that the father wasn't present, because you can't make your daddy stay.
Yeah.
But if you listen to some people who give you counsel, they can also. But if you just against what anybody else say, like, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it, like, I think that's one of the reasons why women can't keep a man around, or vice versa, or a man can't keep a woman around. It's like you can attract them, but you can't keep them.
Well, part of it is because there's so many people giving their advice. Who do you listen to? There's so many people who have podcasts or, whatever it is, throwing out their information.
Yeah.
And it's, who do you listen to?
Right. Wow.
So
It's Denzel said this. There's like so much information around. It's just so much information. Like, that's where it's who do you listen to? But at the end of the day, I feel like you want to listen to somebody who's been there, who's transparent, who's made mistakes. Like, I'm a good balance of successes and failures. I've picked wrong for years. Pick wrong. And once I actually got counsel, therapy, healed, God changed me. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. What does it look like for me to pick somebody who has a background similar to mine? Who has a spiritual background, who hates dogs like me? I don't hate dogs. Just don't want them in my house, kissing me in my mouth in my bed. Or I don't want nobody that got 40 cats. Like, oh my God, 40? Yes, cats are healers. Like, what? Where does it say that in the Bible? I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible in Genesis. Where? So I feel like you got to have somebody, equally yoked. And then once you go through these trials in life, you got to kind of find somebody who, I mean, personally, I prefer a woman who has been raised around her father, because she's been around a man. She know how to behave around a man. You know what I mean? I know how to behave around a man. My dad, it was just certain times you just didn't go talk to him. Okay, he's pissed. I'm going to come holler at him in a few hours. And I could feel it. I could see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like my kids being around me. They know how to behave around a man. Sometimes I'm tired. Get the hell away from me, man. Talk to me tomorrow. Every man don't want to be approached as soon as he walk in the house. So I just feel like it's a certain way people behave when you raise around a man. But I think, a lot of women can attract a man, but who can keep a man around? You think there's a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
You get them, I think, based off of a lot of times just the physical look.
Yeah, like a
Girl
big
got
booty.
a big booty.
I like a big booty.
She has nice boobs.
Yeah.
She got a nice smile. She looks hot. That's what gets you. But what keeps them is, okay, can she hold a conversation? Does she have anything going for her? Is it just only going to be about sex? And it depends on what you're looking for. Because if you're just looking for a booty call, then it's going to work out.
Right.
It can work out for years. Right?
Yeah. I've had booty calls that lasted for years. Like, what you doing? Nothing. Waiting on your call. Like, for real?
Yeah. So it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Which is those, those important questions come into play.
What are important questions, though? So is there a difference between prayer and manifestation?
That's a good question. Yes.
Yeah, you hit me with that question. Man. That was shit. That was dope. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, there's a difference. So let me ask you, what is the difference between prayer and manifestation?
I think the manifestation is you think it's coming from yourself. Like, I'm going to be first in line at this concert. and you're making it happen. Like you thinking you got the power
Right.
to do it. Where prayer is coming from God.
Ooh.
The manifestation comes with the crystals.
So
we
tired.
worshiping the crystals.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of these crystal universe hoes. Oh my God, like 48 crystals in the house, and it's universe. And I was talking like years ago. I was talking to somebody. She was just like, I was like, let's pray. I don't pray. I was like, what? Yeah, universe. I don't pray. I don't believe in any of that. I was like, oh,
well,
what?
The other day, I did realize, God did make the crystals, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. What you about to say? You got 20 crystals? I'll stop talking to you now.
No, I'm just saying he did make them.
He did make them, but he didn't make them to be...
Yeah, not to be worshipped, but someone did just tell me, I had someone in my chair, and I asked them about crystals.
Yeah.
And he said that they do have healing properties. Like if they're... I didn't ask for details, but he said... They do have healing properties.
Like what?
I don't know.
See,
I
that's
didn't
trash.
get the details.
This was a dude saying this?
Yes.
Was he like a real dude or like a
No,
on
he
both
was
sides of teams type
No,
of dude?
he has a girlfriend.
He not no Diddy. I'm just saying. But this is my opinion. I feel like I had cancer, right? And I had 50-50 chance to live, sick, blah blah blah. My grandmother prayed with me. My family prayed. I saw angels around me before, like when I was getting anesthesia, and I know that Jesus healed me. So it's like, I don't know nothing about physical things having healing power. I know that God has the power. Jesus is a healer. So anything else that I'd rather worship the creator than the created thing. So I think it's dangerous when people start putting power in created things than the creator. Personally, and then they don't know the word. But I wouldn't take away from it. I just think it's balance. Like, okay, well, I feel like the word has more power than crystals. But I've heard that a lot. Well, God made crystals and crystals can heal. Like, oh, okay.
They look pretty, but
right.
I don't know.
Do you got a bunch in your house?
So when my daughter went on a field trip in 3rd grade, we went to this place where you got to find them. I don't know. They put them in this thing of sand, and I still have them because it was from our field trip.
Oh, okay.
And my dad did buy me. He bought me a crystal. I don't know what it is. This purple one.
Shout out to Pops.
So,
Purple crystals.
and I have 2 rings.
Yeah, that you put up to the sky to believe.
But they're pretty.
You got them on now?
I do not.
Oh,
I had
okay.
them on.
Oh, that time? The first time? You had them on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. I was teasing
You're
you
like
about
your Power Ranger rings.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh.
So this is certain things. Love and respect. I think there's a difference, you know. Men want respect. Women want love. I've left relationships because I didn't feel respect. Even though I was pouring love, if I don't feel respect, like how you talk about me publicly, how you talk about me to your family, you know what I mean? Or even just down to just simple things like asking me, what do you think about this? It's just certain ways a woman can respect a man, and that's what makes him feel love, ladies. When a man feels respected, he feels love. You can tell me you love me all day, but if there's no respect, like how do you talk about me when I'm not around? How do you talk about me to your family? Or just in general, if I don't feel respect, I don't feel love, and that's not a situation that I want to be in. You know, one of the things I honor about you is that you just have patience with just letting that man be that man. Like that's just, you're not trying to control or change or manipulate to make somebody be what you want them to be. And you're not in love with the idea of that person. It's just like, that's just who they are.
Yeah.
But it's dangerous when you get into positions and situations where you're trying to change somebody to be what you want them to be and manipulate. Well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to give them this. I'm not going to say that until they do this. But
yeah,
you just give a man freedom.
Well, yeah, because I did learn you can't change a man.
Ooh, how'd you learn that?
I think just with my last relationship, hoping things would change. Just the way he thought. One thing he didn't believe in God, and I thought he would at one point, and he never did.
Wow.
I just thought he would change, especially after having conversations with him. You know, don't do this because I don't like it. But it was just in him to do these actions, and you can't change him.
Can't change nobody.
No.
So I've grown to understand that when I get into a relationship with somebody, if this person stays this way forever, is this something I can deal with? If not, I just leave. Because I look at situations now like, what if people won't change? What if they don't change? So if they don't change, if I can deal with this, I can be in this relationship. If not, I need to leave now. What do you think about that thought process?
I see what you're saying. And for the most part, I feel like you can tell how a person's going to be in the long run. But even in 5 or 10 years, things are going to change.
Okay.
So, of course, if things go downhill, like someone becomes, addicted to something, or, they have issues, yeah. But then it's like, do you love them so much that you are going to try to work on them to change, or do you leave them?
Ooh.
Because things will change.
So if he's smoking crack on the first date, and you're like, he's a good guy, maybe he won't be a basehead in 10 years.
No. I don't even want a man to smoke.
He got a super small penis on the y'all.
Maybe that will change.
Yeah, maybe on like a 4th or 5th date, you decide I want to give this dude some box, and he pulls out the smallest hot dog you've ever seen. Even hard, it's just kind of like. But it's just like, but he's got great qualities. It could grow later. You could get him a penis pump. He could get penis enlargement surgery. But he's got a super small hot dog. Would you stay in that situation?
Do you want to hear a story?
Yo, God, please, yes.
So I was with this guy, and his penis wasn't,
It was tiny.
It was tiny.
Okay, shout out to the tiny penis.
We went to the sex store, and we got like this thing that goes over it.
A unit? Let me put this strap on real quick with this belt buckle.
It was like, it wasn't a condom, but it was basically like a condom. It goes right over.
Yeah, a little unit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little pipe unit, okay.
And we did that for a while, but this is many years ago, early 20s.
Yeah.
Like early 20s.
I don't care when it was. This is great.
But I liked him, so I said, okay, like, let's just do this. Let's buy this instead. I mean, would I do that now? No. Like, it's...
Why did it break up? Was he able to feel when he had the unit on?
No. I mean, he might have felt what was in the unit, but he wasn't feeling me. Like...
So why did you guys break up? It was...
I don't really remember. I mean, it was that long ago. He wasn't a boyfriend, or he was just...
It was a jump off.
Yeah.
Women have jump offs too every now and then. It's fine. So I had to jump off. This reminds me of a story. I had to jump off. I was running this comedy show years ago, right? I was running this comedy show. Met this girl, front row. I'm clowning, joking, blah blah blah. So we go to have drinks. We go to her place after the show, right? And she reaches under her bed and pulls this bag out with these toys in it, whips and stuff. I was like, put that back. You're not about to whip me. I'll whoop your ass. What do you mean? I was going to use this on you. No, you're not. Put that bag back. So then she starts telling me like, the reason I got this bag is because I met a man, very handsome, attractive, wealthy. She said when I went to his house, he also had a bag under his bed. Same thing, whips and chains and all that. She said, but also he had a unit in there that he would strap on himself to hit. She said because he had problems with getting hard. So he would put this unit on. I'm like, what? Like, I'm hard now. Why are we talking? You should be sitting on me. But you telling me about this unit. Like, I don't know nothing about no unit. Like, what is dudes out here doing where they need a unit? Because they either small, or small, I mean, I don't understand that. But, like, if a dude's small and he puts a unit on, okay, that's his choice. But if a dude is soft and he's strapping on a unit, why are you making sounds? Dude, what if you strap on a unit and you making sounds like, you feel that, girl? Like, why are you making sounds? You don't feel it.
Hey, man. Hey, you. You can't park that piece of shit here, man. What? I'm holding it for my baby cousin. Man, I park wherever I want to park, man. What? Oh, my God. Nigga got a jean jacket on. You the kind of person who you look like you requested to get the vaccine anally. Very funny. I can smell the alcohol from here, man. If I set you on fire, you'd burn for 6 days. Hey, man. Move your car, man, or we're gonna get physical. Shut up talking to me, man. Interrupting my day. Man, I'm on the way to the appointment. Right. About 10. Hey, man. I'm not a bad person. I love everybody and America. Wow. Man, what the hell? Man. Drop the man log in your car, man.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question in closing. Does body count matter?
No.
Do you ever ask a man, like, what's your body count?
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
Everybody has a past. I'm not going to judge anybody because I have a past. I don't want nobody asking me.
Yeah, facts.
So I don't want to know a guy's number.
That's
no.
not my concern. I feel like I love being around people who have great life stories, stuff that they're willing to share. Whatever somebody's willing to share, I'm appreciative. Thank you. You know, but I already kind of feel and got a vibe. Like there's certain people, because my past is so wild. I feel like the people that I get along the best with have a similar past, and as long as I can feel that, I don't need no details. I don't need no numbers. You know I can't deal with a square broad because it's like I've done too much. I've seen too much. We're not gonna be compatible.
You can scare them away.
Yeah, I scare them, which I have. Going into all details, and then I got shot by one ex, and they're like, "Have a good night, Charlie." So I don't know. I don't think it matters, because I feel like if a dude really hears a woman's true body count, because I think a dude would never hear it, it'll be something close. But if a dude hears a woman's true body count, his soul would leave his body. 300. And then his soul will come out his chest. Who is she now? Because without all of those experiences, y'all probably don't meet.
Well, also, a guy expects a girl to do everything right?
Yeah.
Like, she gotta suck me good. She gotta do this and that. But if you don't have the experience, how is she supposed to do it?
It's nothing worse than terrible head. Nothing worse. It was like, what are you doing with it? Like, I need you to be experienced. I'm too old now to try to teach you. Like, you need to know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it is. Guys want to teach a girl stuff. I think that's why they want them to have a low body count.
I mean, this is how I feel. I want to be a gateway to the world for a woman. Like, I don't want to be around a woman who'd have known it all, who knows it all, has seen it all, and been everywhere in the world, and I can't tell her nothing. And it's like there's some things I want to be the gateway. I want to be the one to show you new things. I want to be the one to show you new areas, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like she's done everything, I'm like, she for the streets, man. Somebody else can have her. I want to be the one to show you like this. Let me introduce you. Let me show you Belle Isle. You ever been here? Oh, no. Oh, let me show you this beach that ain't really a beach. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you this beach where you can't get in the water because it's probably E. coli. You know what I mean? But it's like, I love these things about the city. Like, I remember when dog got shot right here on the corners, you know what I'm saying, Illinois and Michigan Ave. Like, I want to be able to show you. But he's like, yeah, I saw that on the news already. I know that already. I know. I've been there. I know that. And then my friend such and such had like, can't tell you nothing. Seen it all, man. New experiences. You know?
Well, does it matter then if she's never seen anything? Like, is there two less?
Out there is two less.
Know? Like
if you too square, you ain't never did nothing. Like, I'm not interested. I kind of I ain't gonna lie. I like my woman to have great dirtbag stories, like me. You know what I'm saying? And because transparency is contagious. I throw out a good dirtbag story, and she's like, you know what? This one time, I did such and such, and I'm like, oh, she's a piece of junk like me. That's dope. She did it. She learned from it. She's redeemed. And ultimately, too, like, God is the anchor. Because I just love God. The Bible says the seed of the righteous is blessed. So it's like both of us have and had parents who prayed for us, stood in the gap for us, lived right. And even though we was wilding out, we their seed, it's like it was only so far we could go before it was like, okay, this is wrong. Let me stop. I got all these stories in my life where I'm like, okay, I went too far. Let me bring it back. I'm done too much. Let me just stop. And there's something inside of me like, okay, let me just stop. And I'm pretty sure you got the same stories where it's like, okay, let me just stop. Let me bring it back.
Yes.
It matters. So, great conversation. I hope y'all got it. Let's just recap. Okay. Shouldn't have two nose rings that are hoops. No skinny jeans. If you're a man with a tongue ring and your eyebrows are pierced, it's probably a red flag to some of the ladies. What about a man who arches his eyebrows?
Not arching. If they look like mine, no.
Right.
But you can get them cleaned up.
What's that clean? What's that mean? Okay.
And maybe a little off the bottom.
I don't agree with that.
If
they bushy, like it look like you got two umbrellas over your eyes, and you just kind of just trim them down.
Yeah, trim
but if you get to doing work on them, I think that's sus.
Just a little bit. I've worked on guys' eyebrows. Just a tiny bit makes a difference between, okay, you look cleaned up, but you don't look like, a barbarian. So there's a difference.
I think that's sweet. Cut the middle out and trim them down and leave it alone. But when you start working on the bottom, like, can you just, I think you're headed to Dwayne Wade status. Man, look, I had a good time. Hit the website, ilovecharlienewhart.com. Where can they find you?
Shay Sweetie 04.
Shay Sweetie 04. Holla at her. She do some of the dopest cuts in Cali. Holla at her. You know where you can find me. I don't care if you find me or not, but if you do find me, ilovecharlienewhart.com at my website. Charlie Newhart. I am Charlie Newhart on IG. Get the shirt. You see the merch. Crazy but capable. You can get the shirt on my website, ilovecharlienewhart.com. Yes. If you mess with me, get it. If not, why are you still here? You should get off if you don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing this for the people, for the haters. I'm doing it for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed the session.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping through, Shay.
Nice.
I love y'all because I love myself.